Good morning, everybody. So we are getting started late. It is almost 10:30, but we had some people come to our house to do some technical stuff, so we had to wait it out. We are starting in our little town of Morganza today. We have 3 of those this morning, and we did a video when we took this yard on, and we mowed it for a little while. They decided to do it themselves, and then we picked it back up again this year. So I'll leave a card up here, and we're going to get started mowing. And so the day begins. So I'll be mowing this at 3 and 1. Alright, Jason just got finished trimming. It's all mowed up. I just finished blowing everything off. I'm going to show y'all what the front looks like. Yeah, she looks good. She looks good. Onward we go. We are making a pit stop for a yard that we used to mow, and then the customer took it over last year, and they do a pretty good job mowing, but he needed some help. Wanted us to trim it up for him this time. He's got it all mowed up. So we're going to knock this trim job out and get on with our day. Well, that took a little longer than anticipated. Yeah. It is just 11 o'clock and we are already at 85 with a feels like of 95. So I think it's going to be a very hot, moist day. So on to our actual yards. Alright, right down the road we are at our next yards. We have this one and this one to do. And we cut these at 4 inches. They are St. Augustine. The big lawnmower gets most of this. There is a small fenced-in area behind this house where we have to get the stander in. So it'll take a few minutes. Alright, that's the back gate where Jason gets to mow with the stander. He brings the trimmer and the little Ryobi blower because it's not a whole lot going on, so he just has to come back one time. This is not only our customer, but it's also the guy who is working on our F350. So these are all the parts of the F350. They're all getting ready to go get cleaned up, sprayed, and she'll be getting put back together very slowly. Sad little truck. Alright, there she is, all cleaned up, cut up, and she looking sharp. Alright, we are finished with our lunch break and we are heading out again. It's going to be a few minutes before we get to our first place. Got 6 more to do today. This is going to be our long week, so we do a couple of bi-weeklies. Today we'll do 2 of them, and I think we do 1 more on like Wednesday or Thursday. So stay tuned and we'll show you what we're doing. Alright everybody, we wound up having to park a little bit further away than we normally do. I'm going to show y'all. There is a horse farm right over here. We get to pass this every week. Now, I'll show you where we're going to cut now. Alright guys, I have done my job of weed eating and blowing, and Jason's going to finish mowing all of that. He's cutting this at 3 and 1, and I'll give y'all a little view of how pretty his little stripes came out. A full yard with one weed eater, and instead of pressing it, just keep going. I'm thirsty, weed eater wants a break, so I drove back on the mower to the trailer. I'm going to switch out weed eaters and go to the yard we have to trim. In this yard we edged all the concrete, and we trim all the way around the house, in and outside of the fence line. It's an older couple, they like to mow their grass, but they just can't do the weed eating, so we do it for them. Well, that didn't go as planned. Weed eater string malfunctioned twice. I'm hot, I'm tired. To the truck! Well, that wasn't fun. So we're on to our next one. This property is usually pretty easy. The only thing is that last week, when we came to mow, we were not able to get in the backyard. So it'll be a little bit taller, but it's mostly centipede in the back, so it doesn't really grow too crazy. This is the one we're going to be cutting.
It's another one on the bayou.
Lots of water around here. And the truck is out of the way, so I should be able to get into the fence today. Alright, so this is a mixture of all kind of grasses. Bermuda here, and some carpet, and some centipede, and just about everything. But it's pretty. Alright, we're going to be mowing this at 3 inches. So Jason's going to do the front, and he's going to do the bayou side, and I'm going to do all of the fenced in area. Alright folks, this one is mowed up, trimmed up, and blown. Hi guys, we are at our next yard. This one is one of our bi-weeklies. We have done a video on this one. We were doing a leaf cleanup. I'll show y'all it. Give y'all a better view later. We had also had our truck stolen from this property. Crazy story. Wasn't fun. But let me give y'all a little look at the yard. It is pretty big, but the most fantastic thing about this yard is hardly any weed eating, and it's in the shade. Most of it is in the shade. There's a big chunk in the back that's in the sun, but 90% shade. Ah, it's nice and hot weather like this. And they just started building a house over here, so I'm curious to see when that's finished, if maybe we can catch that one too. But it's all St. Augustine. It gets really tall and thick, but it looks really pretty when we're done. So stay tuned.
Yep. 2 more though.
Alright, that's a wrap on that one. Just had to trim up the ditch because it's wet. Always. So, on to the next one. More shade. Okay, we're at our second to last yard. But the most recent thing that you've seen us do here is the flower bed. This is the one we're going to do. Alright. All done. We want to go home, but we can't. We have another yard to mow. This property is just mowing, and it starts up here by the tracks. And there's some water in the ditch, so we're gonna have to be careful. And it goes all the way back here. This front section I mow, and then I'll show you in the back where Jason mows.
I don't know how many acres it is, but it takes us an hour and 15 minutes to mow it all with a 61 and a 52. No trimming, just riding. So
you're so cute.
intruder! Intruder! Good dog.
So we got it done. It is 7:30. Well, that's almost an hour earlier than yesterday. And it didn't rain, though it was pretty wet here. But got some beautiful skies to go home to. Do it all again tomorrow. See y'all later.